Hi, it's season 2, number 5. So today I'm going to talk about World Book Day, which was last week. It's Thursday, 6th of March. The UK has the World Book Day on a different day for the rest of the world, which is fairly typical of the UK to do things differently. I think it's usually because it clashes with the Easter holidays. So in the UK, every kid under 18 gets one of these book tokens here, which they can use towards the cost of a book, or they can actually get one of the free books that's published, especially for World Book Day. Because we're in the middle of nowhere, I actually did a thing with the local bookshop and I got some of the free books in, so the kids are able, with their book token, to immediately come in the library and pick up one of the free books. I got 50 of each of the titles, and I have to say most of them have gone, so that seemed to work pretty well. Some of the kids have also kept their token to spend when they go home, so that's quite cool. We also, for World Book Day, did a special edition of The Hill, so the school magazine. So this was full of stories and short writing pieces, poems, book reviews, stuff about how they feel about reading, and a couple of nice pictures as well. So that took a bit of work to produce. Had some help from students, which was great, but it was all very student orientated. They actually got their hands on that on the morning of World Book Day. So that was really nice. I had a schedule in for the day, so they knew what was happening. But it also meant when we had Drop Everything and Read, which was at 10 o'clock, even if they didn't have a book with them, they had something to read. And it was really nice, actually. There was a couple of the kids that really aren't big library kids or big readers or writers, and they had stuff in there, and they were so pleased that they'd been published, and they were taking extra copies for their family. So it was very cute. We also had dress-ups, so I was dressed as the Queen of Hearts, which was hilarious, as usual, but we had people dressed as Paddington Bear and as manga characters, and trying to think now, Calvin and Hobbes, the Grinch and his dog, Arthur Dent. So that was great. There was almost nobody that wasn't dressed up. They take it so seriously here. It's fantastic. And I kind of operated a little fancy dress, not quite a shop, but I do have some strange things at home, and a good costume shop near where I live. So I now own lots of bizarre things of plastic, like bows and arrows and swords and things. What else do we have? We had a lovely author, Cliff McNish, come in. I know him very well. He used to come over to my old school sometimes as well. He did, the evening before World Book Day, he did like a kind of introductory talk to Year 7 and 8. And then during the day on the Thursday, he was working with them in a kind of writing workshop type thing, actually on them creating ghost stories. So that was really lovely to see them actually creating stuff in the library and getting, excited about their own stories and developing their ideas. We also had a World Book Day themed lunch, which was hilarious, working with the catering manager, putting that together. We'd come up with some weird and probably inappropriate things, but we ended up with things like Titty Titty Bang Bangers and James and the Giant Peach Cobbler. I know it's terrible, it was all puns. So that was good fun. And also in the afternoon we had a quiz, so that was for the whole school with the exception of sixth form, not because we didn't want them, but we really couldn't fit them in. We had about 2 teams of sixth formers that we did manage to squeeze in, but that was great fun. We had 4 rounds. We had a round on series books, so they had to kind of answer questions about books that were part of a series or a trilogy. We had books that had been made into the movies, and they had to recognise the soundtrack. We had famous literary couples, so they had to name the couple and the book, and they also had first lines from books as well. So they could get there was a possible 52, I think, was the total they could have got, and one team were just amazing, and they got 40. So, but most of the teams did pretty well. They were all pretty much in the kind of late 20s or in the 30s. So that was pretty cool. And we just did a prize of chocolates, but it was just more of a fun thing to do as a whole school. Finally, we also did a competition, which I will just show you now. Still have it up in the library until the end of the month, and basically it's a series of objects that are important in books. So Some of them are more obvious than others. So obviously there's the Mockingjay pin. This one most people are getting straight away. The Turkish Delight. Some are more difficult than others, so that's been really great fun to do as well. So yeah, we've had a fantastic buzz around World Book Day and really enjoyed it, and thinking what on earth I can do next year, but not thinking too much. It's such fun to do, but it's an awful lot of work, but so worth it, and the library is noticeably busier afterwards, so that obviously has been a massive positive effect. So I'll speak to you next month. Have a good one. Bye.